Hi, my name is Randy Kay. Thanks for the opportunity to speak to this. I am here to encourage the committee to send the truck route recommendations report back for changes. The truck route vision statement sets the tone by using incongruous language that reveals the bias of the study toward economic prosperity and against high quality of life and environmental and public health. This bias is evident again when suggesting the vision recognizes and supports three pillars of sustainability: economic prosperity, community livability, and environmental and public health, as though they are equally considered. I'm suggesting they are not treated equitably at all, and rather than three pillars, it puts the ideas of trucks as a symbol of economic prosperity up on a pedestal. Our family lives in Ward 1 Strathcona neighborhood within close proximity to three truck routes: Main, King, and York. Our children would walk to school and have to walk alongside one truck route and cross two others. The thunderous noise, the cancer-causing pollution from diesel fumes, plus the danger from the size and speed of these vehicles may support economic prosperity, but they do nothing to create a high quality of life, nor environmental or public health, and in fact, do actively harm the quality of life and environmental and public health. From the report's Exhibit 2.2, the bias toward direct connections is, for me, at the heart of the problem. The recommended routes are too generous to achieve any other goals and therefore come with a price paid through the health and well-being of residents. Exhibit 3.13, Top Location-Specific Issues, was a curious collection of issues. For me, for example, King Street West between Dundurn and the 403, an area I frequent often, the concern is not apparently infrastructure, impacts, speeding, engine braking, land use conflict with cycling, but only safety. The wide one-way streets present enough concerns about safety, speeding, and land use conflict alone, but the addition of large trucks only compounds the hostile environment. Stand on the tiny fragment of sidewalk beside this roadway, and I have no doubt you would feel concerned for your safety. If the study recalibrated its priority bias that favors direct connections over all other considerations, then the discussion about routes changes drastically. As it stands, young students at Hess Street School, considered a very sensitive land use, will see no change in the size or volume of trucks, nor will we in our neighborhood. Section 3.2.3 contains an unfortunate and glaring example of bad results from a bad survey question. 43% of respondents were neutral or not sure or did not respond to the question statement. The majority of truck operators comply with the truck route network. How is a resident to determine the answer exactly? This is a question for the staff to answer with data, not ask respondents in a survey. On the report's concern with the difficulty of enforcement, we have a positive experience of having had Dundurn North removed from the truck route previously, and after a brief initial period of some drivers not heeding the ban, there's no longer an issue with semis on Dundurn North. The current truck route report, by being too generous in providing direct routes for trucks and allowing 5-axle trucks that are as big and long as the 7-axle trucks, merely creates its own problems of enforcement. If there's one overarching goal evidenced in the recommended truck route report, it is this catering to the efficient connectivity network that provides direct connections for trucks. Yet, the most direct route is not always the route that delivers anything beyond the needs of trucks, and instead harms the health and well-being of residents inflicted with the noise, pollution, and hazard associated with large trucks. And Hamilton's history has shown that residents expect to be protected from overly generous or lax rules related to trucking. In April 1964, 200 women and children from the Hamilton Beach community barricaded the entrance to Beach Boulevard to protest its use by heavy trucks, trying to avoid the 45-cent toll and having to drive uphill on the Skyway Bridge. The Buggy Brigade worked. Hamilton City Council at that time banned trucks from traveling through the beach neighborhood. I'll just end by commenting on the process, which is not limited to the truck route study necessarily, but for most city studies, the difficulty in accessing information in a way that makes it easy for residents to evaluate. For example, PDF documents with images of detailed maps that are practically difficult and perhaps impossible for many people to read, thus rendering the content frustratingly useless. Even registering to delegate, the email from the study lead did not indicate which of the committees to choose from the listed committees, which shows disregard for user experience that is hostile to collecting input from a wide range of residents. Thanks very much for this opportunity, and I hope this gets kicked back to get reworked. Thank you very much.